What do we do to help ourselves stay focused? What are the routines that we can do to make sure we're able to complete what we need to complete, to be able to move forward? And then, even not just move forward, but to increase our performance. And here's what I'm going to tell you: the brain does not know the difference between reality and what you tell it. So, what am I saying? In the morning, start out with how you want your life to look. Do visualization exercises and anchor those exercises. And what I mean by an anchor is, if you can get something that smells to remind you about what you want your life to look like. Scent is one of the most powerful triggers, or music. Now, music is not as powerful as scent, but a song. So if you have a song that gives you that memory of what you're trying to create with your life, it'll take you to, let's call it, your happy place. A lot of people use that. It's a space in your life, maybe in the future. It may reflect your goals and dreams for your future. If you can have that already thought out, already visualized with as much detail as possible, and use that several times a day to re-anchor yourself. Now, what this does is it reminds you of the commitment of what you stand for and what you're doing. So let me explain that. As we go about our day, it's very easy to get hijacked by troubles. If we're anchored on what we want to create, so we're actually like a boat that's anchored in the sand. If we're anchored, and the way to anchor is to keep it fresh in your mind, you will be able to stay focused and you won't be so distracted. Now, there's a temptation when we get overwhelmed to look for distraction because we don't want to deal with the reality of what we're experiencing. Watch for that. And if you find that you're doing that, I'm not going to tell you not to, because sometimes that protects us, it comforts us. So we're doing our work, we're going about our day, and all of a sudden we want to get distracted, or we engage in something that's silly. That's actually okay. As long as it's not destructive to you or harmful to anybody else, you're allowed to take a few minutes. In fact, what we know is that the brain is able to perform at 15-minute intervals. So what do we want to do with our workday? Let me draw what it would look like. When you're working or you're on a task, remember, as time goes by, you're going to have these peaks. And these peaks are about 15 minutes. If you break them down, they're 15-minute peaks, right? So what you want to do is have more of those peak times. So what you want to do is do the 15 minutes, break, do another 15 minutes, break. And this applies to anything that you're doing that's requiring a lot of focus from you. If you're studying for a test, if you're engaged in something that's mentally tasking, break it down, take that break. So those are a couple of quick tips: visualization, taking the breaks, distract yourself, not for too long though. And I'm talking about 30 seconds to a minute, right? Look away, get some coffee, get a piece of bread or whatever you need, a snack, then come right back and get back to what you were doing. So visualizing, taking breaks, and another thing you can do to stay on task, to focus, is share your vision with people that I call a committed listener. Not everybody is worth hearing what you're up to or what matters to you. Some people are actually going to hurt you if you share your ideas with them. They're not positive people. So a committed listener is someone that listens to you as the person you are becoming, listens to you as what you're committed to. So I have friends that listen to me as a global healer. They listen to me as a person that practices mindfulness. They listen to me as a person that values spirituality and God. So when I speak to them, their listening is a very powerful listening for me because they know where I am, they know my values. And so it becomes a powerful cycle when I share with them my commitment and my challenges. So, three things to do: visualize, take breaks, and share your vision with committed listeners. Thanks so much. And this is your brain coach signing out.